talk to me about going 7 games with that big three in Miami though.
They beat us. They knocked us out 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Conference semis and then the conference finals 2 years. We just it was one of those things where you had to like believe, and it was over the course of that first year we played them. Coach Vogel's first full season, and they came into Indy that lockout year and they beat our ass, man. Like they ran us. They might have been up like 25 at the halftime or something. Vogel comes in, breaking clipboards, and he's cussing the guys out because he's basically, it's like a confidence cussed out. He's telling Paul and man, you just as good. You can compete with these dudes. Trying to get us to
Yeah.
believe that we deserve to be on the floor with them and compete with them. So it really started there, and then after that, man, it was like we went and we just had a target. Like we knew like they were something you could chase. You know what I'm saying? Like because
Yeah.
like they were doing it so well. And then like Bron was just at another level down there because to me it was like the first time he couldn't just run this show. He couldn't just run this
Yep.
ship. You know what I mean? Like you had to deal with Pat Riley and then Alonzo big ass walking around and UD patrolling
Yeah.
and even D Wade, like man, D Wade was a nutcase too because he would snap on his teammates, and so I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Bron had ever dealt with guys like that. You know what I'm saying? And in that collective sense where they had like a standard, a culture that they were gonna hold everybody accountable to, and
Yeah.
it just made them, especially down there, it just made them damn near impossible to beat, man. Like them competing against LeBron and like, I got a crazy history with Bron because I first seen Bron like when he was after his freshman year in high school, and he wasn't a well known at the time, and he was buzzing a little bit, and I didn't even know he was. And then when I finally seen him, I'm like, yo, what am I looking at? Like,
Right.
there's a picture, bro, on the internet of he was getting a trophy at 5-star camp. He's just finished his ninth grade year. I'm a counselor. Like this is after my freshman year of college, and we were staring at the dude because we had never seen nobody built like that.
As a
Like, and you
freshman.
telling me he a ninth grader and this dude's shoulders and his calves was all big. Like, it's like, yo, what is like, what are we looking at? So like for real, I mean, that was my impression of that dude, man. Like when I first saw him. So it was crazy because it was that, and then like by the time he was a senior in high school, I was a senior in at Xavier. And it seemed like every time I'd have a big game, this dude would do something crazy in high school. Like literally, I'd have this. I'm like, damn, this dude is just like
And
next
you hearing
level.
about it all because it's
Yeah,
Ohio.
bro. And then I seen him when we were I just saw the progression. So it was like by the time he got to Miami, I was like, yo, like D West, you know what this is with this dude. Like the only way you're gonna beat this dude is like y'all really gonna have to beat him. And I mean beat him, right? And like being able to get by him was a matter of the collective. It wasn't gonna be on no individual. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
they had, they just had more, right? Like we could compete with them, we could beat them throughout the regular season. That second year we had because we wanted to get the home court advantage. We were chasing them. We basically jumped out early and were like, nah, we gonna make y'all catch us because we want this one seed. But they just had another gear that it's just hard to describe, bro. Like I seen that man turn his ankle one time, right? Like on the break, turn that shit fully over. Just
Touch the ground.
I
touch
know
the
exactly what you're
ground,
about to say. Go ahead,
touch
finish.
the ground, finish the play, and I'm standing back. I ain't wishing pain on nobody, but I'm like, yo,
He got to
we
go
got
out
him.
after
I
this.
said, we got him. I said, yo,
He got to go out after this.
He got to sit down. Like we
That motherfucker
got
tied
him.
that shoe tight as hell
Man,
and ran up the
they
court on
called
you.
a timeout. Call a timeout. Dude limp to the bench. Come back, make the free throws. I'm like, what happened? Like, why is he not out? Like literally, bro. We needed like 2 minutes. We needed them 2 minutes of him to go to the locker room. You know what I'm saying? He
Check
ain't
on
do
his
none of
back.
that. Yeah, because if he had done that, I think we steal that game. But he comes back and it's like, okay, he realized. So LeBron's version of being hurt at that time was like, I'ma just slow everything down and make deliberate post moves and start shot faking and like becoming more fundamentally sound because he wasn't fully 100%. So just seeing that dude at that level, like I said, it's just it was tough, man. Watching him at his best, yeah.
To me, that was by far the
Yeah, it was the
the,
best.
the craziest version. Like, and I can't say I played against him after a certain point when I left the league,
Right.
but like, that was ridiculous.
Nah, because even when, like I said, the main thing with that was they had a game, and again, there were moments in that series, in those series, bro, where I literally thought we had them because there was a game where we up 2-1, and game 4 is at our place, and we up 2-1. We stole one down there. D Wade and Spo had this big blow up. They fussing at each other, and I'm like, ooh, we got him. Like I'm like, we got him. Like there's a crack in the armor. Like I never seen Spo fussing, and he pulled D Wade out the game, and they basically, conceded
Yeah.
game 3. So we go up 2-1. There's like rumors that D Wade left the team and Bron left the team and all sorts of stuff. We don't know what's going on. They not even staying in Indy. They on the outskirts. We go to game 4, and it literally, bro. I mean, they made every play. Them two. Like it was almost like they were like, listen, yo, because they knew we go up 3-1. That means it's over. We got it. So they went to that level that it was like they was telling me D Wade's knee is hurt, and then he had this one play, bro. He takes off outside the lane, and I'm like, yo, like he fly. But you could see it in their face, like they felt so threatened by us, right? Like
they tapped into that greatness,
right? And that I was like, nah, bro. Bron had like 40, 18 rebounds, 13, something crazy numbers. D Wade, same thing.
They hit that greatness switch.
It was like, nah. So it was, going through that, seeing those guys, like I said, seeing Bron go from this 9th grade dude to this, and like Bron has carried that mantle. That's the one thing, I commend him for, because like the pressure has been on his shoulders, bro. Like when he was a 9th grader, when he was a 9th grader at that 5-star camp, bro, they brought the whole 5-star, like, Illuminati leadership out, like Will Klein, Garfinkel. They was all there for him, bro. Like,
right.
It was like, yo, is this kid like that? And it was like, they was there to like validate him. And then you just saw that validation year after year, like everybody saying like, nah, this dude is going to be like that. And then by the time he got to the league, you watching him, you're like, nah, bro, like this dude, and you seen it. Like when we was in college, bro, we was out at Michael Jordan's camp, we kicking it. Like, we college dudes, not this dude, bro. This Rich they eating snacks, and he's stretching and he hydrating, and we like, nah, you like this all the time? Like it's the summertime, bro. Relax. Like no letdown, like no chill, like just complete commitment. So you start seeing that, and then like when he's threatened, like, and that's what we were. Like when we were in Indy, we were a threat. So it's like when he's threatened, he goes to a level that's just. And then Miami had him playing defense, so he blitzing screens.
That's what I'm saying, Mike.
Crack back, block. I mean, doing all the chase down. He doing all that, man. Like
he was closing out on that thing like Dion. I'm talking, he on one side, he's closing out like Dion.
Yep, they made him give max effort.
I want to ask you about the infamous. This is the infamous, the Lance Stevenson, the blowing in the ear like
Lance will make you
did you see this like actually in the game, or did you see it after the game? Did you know it happened when it really happened, or did you see it like what was your perspective on it?
We saw it in the game because like Dan Burke was like the Lance police. So we had an assistant coach that like Lance had done that throughout the year too, bro. Like people don't realize Lance had been pulling them, blowing in your face, and he would do that on the free throw line. You go try to walk and get it. Lance would walk by you and just like I'm serious. He would do some crazy. Lance would do some crazy shit. So like we saw it, and we weren't. We like that's Lance. Lance do this shit every day.
Wasn't no big deal.
Right. So when they saw it on TV, it was like, what? And, woo, woo, woo. So it was a bigger deal.
LeBron.
We see, man, Lance did stuff like that every day. Because he tried, Lance is a competitor. He gonna try to do what he gotta do to win.